Welcome to the Drooniverse!
And welcome and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri. Welcome to the officially, unofficial, and proudly independent and completely unaffiliated and ever shall be Elite Dangerous Twitch stream by me, Drew Wagar. Thank you very much. Uh, it's good to be back. I feel like I haven't played Elite for ages. It's been a couple of weeks, I think. Or has it been 3? I can't remember. The memory isn't what it what it was. But anyway, I'm here. We're going to play some Elite Dangerous. And generally dive back into the whole space thing. Okay, it's good. It's good. It's gonna be good. We're good. It's nice to be back playing some Elite, which is good. Right, we must do the thing because the thing is the thing, and the thing must be done. So I've got to scroll all the way back past far too many do-do-do-dos by Solstice Project. I can only really say there's enthusiasm, and then it's just getting silly, my friend. You need to dial it back. You need to whatever it is that you're taking, you need to take less of it. Okay. We like the enthusiasm, but I mean, let's let's get a sense of perspective, shall we? Actually, thinking about it, let's not do that. Let's no, that's a very bad idea. Let's definitely not get a sense of perspective. Okay, I take it all back. I take it all back. Right, who's first in the chat? It's Pete_SB. That's a new name for the top list of people who should really be doing something else more important with their lives rather than commenting on the Twitch stream that has yet to start an hour before the Twitch stream starts. But anyway, congratulations, Pete, for being first in there. Wintermute GB is there, of course. Of course, he is in second place. He's quite consistent in second place now. Is Wintermute GB? I think he lurks for hours waiting to be the second person. I mean, maybe that's the sort of person he is. Well, I don't know. I know I've met some of you because I recognise the usernames because they've been told to be at the various conventions and stuff. But I mean, I might have met many of you, but I wouldn't know, would I? Because you're just text on the screen, as far as I'm concerned. Who knows? Anyway, D Pitman 42 is in third place, followed by Mad Monk Soft, who's poised as ever on Wikipedia, just in case we need his sage counsel. Eridan Dundragon slips into fifth place, which is quite an impressive position. He's done dragoning for the day and is also here. And Solstice Project, We've already reprimanded once. We won't do that again, or we might. In sixth. So good evening. All of those before the stream actually started. Congratulations, gentlemen, on not having a life. The Triplex personality is there as well. Good to see you. The Harkonnens are in line, online, and just generally on the line somewhere. Poised as ever to evade Iraqis. They never get around to it, but you know, we live in hope. Cyber Derby's here as well. In fact, look, where is Arrakis? Is they in the chat? We're going to find out. Johnny Brie One is here as well. Good to see you. Dan Technic is very pleased he's caught a live stream. I don't know why. Are you expecting some sage counsel or some amazing revelation? Because this is not the stream for you. Anyway, welcome, Dan. Good to see you. Enigma Ish is here as well. Good to see you. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever one you choose. I mean, it's evening here technically, but it's very, very, very light indeed. It's a bit weird. We've got is it a strawberry moon or something tonight? Something to do with strawberries anyway. But we'll find out when the moon rises. The Iraqis are here in the chat. Good. Fighting off the invasion of the Harkonnens. Good to see that they're still being very, very successful. That said, fighting off invasion. Commander Silent Double D is here. The Big Boo is here as well. Good to see you with a few enthusiastic waffles. Stumpy73 is here as well. Good to see you. Top Shot's here. And he's late. He's already been reprimanded by Wintermute GB, which is entirely fair. The Rundown Titan has run down the Titans is also with us today evening. Good to see you. Ozarelli's here as well. Excellent. Commander Bird is here. Crispy77 is here as well. The Gnord of Arg. Gonda. Good to see you. Doogie Rev, etc. Andy P783 is here as well, which rhymes. Oh, and I missed Bullets05. Good to see you also. Fantastic. Solstice Project then gets very, very carried away. Mild Toxin is here as well. Good to see you. Have a boo boo with his customary 4 thumbs up. It's always nice to see. Excellent. Things are as they should be. The Kazakh is here as well. Good to see you. How are we doing? Am I getting there? Misfit's here as well. Good to see you. Scrolling down. Brace. I mean, the abuse I get for my bagpipes. I know it's entirely warranted, but it still seems grossly unfair. But there we go. Are you now complaining at the length of my intro? The Street Boys starts about 8 o'clock. Nobody ever complains about the length of my waffles, but I mean, well, they do actually. But there we go. Never mind. So do you need a new intro? Is that what you're saying? Are you basically asking me to do something new? Because I suppose we've had that intro for a good year and a bit now, haven't we? Because I kind of put it together, that intro, for kind of trying to revitalize the whole Elite Dangerous thing before that new team came on board and started making spaceships again. So it's yeah, it's the musical equivalent of a waffle. So maybe I'll get the bagpipes out for you. You know, careful what you wish for, my friend. Well, we could start the intro from the bagpipes. The anti-P783 is already on the case. Yeah. Where is the ship dog? Well, the ship dog, believe it or not, the dog has decided to go to bed. For the first few nights we had this dog, it didn't really want to sleep through the night, as you kind of might expect a puppy to do. But it's kind of got used to it now, and it now goes about this time of the evening, about 8 o'clock. We're watching telly sometimes. It basically gets up from us, goes in the other room, and takes itself to bed. It's the perfect dog. It's like, okay, fair enough. If that's what you want to do, doggers, then that's good. Amended Man is here as well. Cyberdom is here. Good to see you. Have I got to the bottom of the chat yet? General Failure. Good to see you. General Failure. That's a good username. That reminds me of my DOS days. General Failure reading drive C. What's he doing? And why is he reading my drive? But there we go. A few of you might get that. Sleepy D Wagon is here as well. Dominant Hornet is here as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Metal 07. Not even 10 minutes. I'm already trying Jedi mind tricks. Excellent. There's a Strawberry Moon tonight. Excellent. So it's the last one with 20-ish years or something. Yeah. So sad to say, some of us might not be able to see the next one. How's that for cheery? Come on, the Tragic Blue is here as well. Good to see you. It's not unfair. It's justified in capital letters. Oh, better pay attention to that. And Dr. Crunch is here as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. Elite Dangerous, as in c'est bon, mes amis, is here as well. Good to see you. Thank you. Congratulations on the new barrel. Yes, I bought. Technically, it's a cask. Now you've got to be careful with this in Scotland because you've got to get the right nomenclature. It's a cask. A barrel is a type of cask. Apparently, I've learnt this in the last few days. Is that the collective noun for all of these sort of things is actually a cask, and a barrel is a type of cask. So now you know. I didn't know that at the beginning of the week, and I do now. So I'm telling everybody so I can sound sage and wise. So there we go. Right, how we got with the what? No, we haven't. It's Felix Celestra is here as well. Good to see you. Dr. Quest MD is here. Ah, good to see you, Dr. Quest MD. We will get back to some Star Citizen, by the way, at some point. I still haven't finished TIE Fighter. Can you believe this seems to be going on for ages, this game? So we do need to do some Star Citizen again to find out what's been going on. Because the last time I fired it up, I couldn't understand the user interface at all. Everything I'd learned had changed. So I might need some guidance again on that. But we'll definitely get into that at some point in the future as well. So is whiskey incoming? Yeah, well, alas, I mean that if that barrel, and that indeed was a barrel, was full of whiskey, can any of you guess roughly how much it would be worth? I think the answer might surprise you. I'm going to give you a few minutes in the chat. How much do you think that? And let's be specific. A barrel of good Scottish single malt whiskey would cost. Have a guess. Given the bottle, like a litre bottle is about sort of 30 to 80 pounds, depending on the sort of type you get. How much do you think a barrel of whiskey is actually worth? Should be answering arcs. No, actually in pounds sterling. Yes, I know it's a bit old-fashioned. So some good guesses coming in. 4,000, 5,000, 20,000. Ugly Spirits came for 4,899.56. More than I've got, says Rundown Dad. You're definitely correct there. It's quite a lot. Well, let me give you a range. Okay, so and this really should be in the waffle version, waffle section of the thing. But yeah, We're going on anyway, aren't we? Should we answer in Scottish fivers? There's a lot since I was last in the verse. Excellent. So I look forward to that, Dr. Quist MD. £50,000, 12k credits. The price would depend on all this. It would indeed, Dr. Crunch. So the price of a barrel of whiskey up here would range from £50,000 to over £100,000. So that's a lot of wonga for the whiskey. It does indeed depend a lot upon the quality. So but if you can get a good single malt from one of the big distilleries, you're probably talking close to £100,000, which is just insane. Alas, the one that I've got in the back of my car in that photo is sadly an empty barrel. It doesn't have anything in it. Partly because I couldn't afford to buy one. Partly because if you think about it, that much whiskey in a barrel on its side in the boot of an estate car, it's not a good idea. How would we have got it in? And more importantly, how would Anita and I have got it back out again? That would have weighed an awful lot. No, the reason we've got this particular barrel is because it's been deemed no longer good enough to store anything in. So it's effectively an X barrel. It's a barrel that is no longer suitable for storing alcoholic beverages in. So it's a barrel that's come to the end of its natural life. So we've bought it for much less than £100,000. It has in fact ceased to be. Well, it ceased to be a whiskey barrel. We're going to use it basically as a rain collection device. So it's going to sit outside the house and be plumbed into the guttering to collect rain and look pretty, rather than having just a generic plastic water butt outside the front, because collecting water is usual. How many hobbits can you get? I was thinking of maybe doing a little hobbit decal on the outside. That would be really funny. Only a few people would get it, but it would be worth it. Just leave it in the car and attach a spigot. That's right. I could turn it into like a bass sub, couldn't I? How many watts is that? Well. And now and then just take a sniff. Yeah, that'd be great. You can sort of plumb it into the back of the car. Dear. So anyway, so all good in the world. So all things are fun and games up here in Scotland. I have a barrel, and alas, it does not contain whiskey. However, I do have quite a lot of whiskies now that I've acquired by various means, which is good. So I'm enjoying the whiskey experience is good. Right, we must proceed on. Find out what's been going on in the big wide universe of the Doges. Now, let's pop up the Galnet for a start. In fact, why am I not doing my things? Hang on, I've got to press the button. Hang on, stand a minute. Wait. Here we go. There we go. Smooth as you're totally acclimatized to all my streams being amazingly professional, etc., etc., etc. Right, let's what's been going on. I think we've had a couple of Galnets, one of which seems to just be the CG enemy. One is a bit more interesting though, isn't it? So this one here, not Aegis, because otherwise wouldn't be able to tell me off. Get these drums at the end. Are you going to be complaining about all my scene transitions and all my intros? I'm going to make an exit video now, just to annoy you. Hammer the grabber. Yay. Were there renditions of Roll Out the Barrow? Loaded the car. No, there were sort of more, where's this going? Are we going to get it there? Don't drop it on my... Ow! Things of that nature between me and my wife. So there we go. Right. Aegis confirms CEO Jene hiatus from advisory role. That's not a sentence. Anyway, Special Advisor CEO Jene has taken a hiatus from her duties, according to a joint statement released by Aegis. So is that joint between her and Aegis, then presumably? Theo has worked with the Aegis initiative since November 3308, providing insight into thyroid communication thanks to a prototype cortical implant. This implant, inserted while Theo was a captive test subject for their clandestine project Seraph, allows her to hear the Hargoid hive mind. Excellent. Stop. Grammar time. Do, 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 do. The Aegis statement reads as follows. CO Genii has served Aegis faithfully, providing vital intelligence on Thargoid tactics at considerable physical and mental cost. Following several months of recuperation since a medical emergency last October, CO has chosen to leave the Aegis facility in Duamta. We wish her all the best and look forward to her safe return. Attached was a message from CO. After Titan, what's this one called again? Cocky Joe? Something like that. Exploded in Seoul, I had my best night's sleep in years. No sounds in my head to keep me awake. Oh, so she was only kind of connected to the nearby Titan. That's interesting. It's pronounced Bob. Kohi Joe. Anyway. Following several months, no, I read that bit. No images behind my eyes. The Thargoids have left us, hopefully forever. What do we think about that? I think that's highly unlikely. Cossy Joe, you were first. That feels right to me, Cossy Joe. I did my best to translate the Thargoid thoughts during the war, and people told me this data was useful. But I blame myself for the attack on Seoul. Really? Okay, the importance of Earth was pulled from my memories. Well, we did speculate about this one, actually, didn't we, at the time, as why did the Thargoids go for Earth when, obviously, that's the core of the Federation, but there was the Empire and the Alliance and all the other places. How did they know where to go? So that's actually a nice... Actually, this is... I'm going to sit back and just take a breather here. This is the first time in ages that it feels like somebody's paying attention to the law. Yay! This is good. They've actually answered a question. The importance of Earth was pulled from my memories against my will. I like it. Yes, we need more of this. This is good stuff. Albert Tesru helped me recognize that the implant in my brain was placed there by salvation. Ooh. Also against my will. Oh, I didn't know this. Okay. During Project Seraph, 197 people died at Oaken Point in HIP 26176. I am the only survivor of those experiments that Salvation oversaw. So he was tinkering with people, as we know. Many will say I'm crazy. Yeah. That's giving me 80s song vibes. What's that from? Some say we're crazy. What do they know? Put your arms around me, baby. Don't ever let go. What's that from? It's quite bad how my memory works. Patsy Cline, is that right? Starships, that's it. It's Starship. It's perfect. It's Starship. I mean, couldn't be more on point if I tried, could I? Yeah. Have I stumbled the barrel this evening, Drew? Oddly enough, no. Nothing's going to stop us now by Starship. There we go. Perfect. Dr. Crunch says, I wonder if FDev has a big book of law to make sure everyone knows before they write stuff like this. Well, that is Dr. Crunch. There was, and I stress the word was, there was a big book of law. There really was. I mean, it was a digital thing, but there really was a big book of law, okay? I had access. I've still got a copy of it on my computer. I am not allowed to share that with you because the NDA that I signed expressly forbids it. Alas, unfortunately, when Michael Brooks stopped working on Elite Dangerous, the curation of said law document stopped as well. As far as I can tell, ever since Michael Brooks stopped looking after it, whatever they came up with was good enough. As far as I can tell, I might be wrong. It might still be a big book of law. But Michael Brooks did tell me back in 2019, I said, so what about the law guides and stuff? Are they still looking after it? And he kind of looked at me. And he didn't answer the question. He just said, next. So I fear that after he left, it wasn't kind of looked after properly in the same fashion. Which, and I think the whole Salvation arc, actually looking back on it, actually was quite a reasonable piece of writing and a reasonable piece of law, but it was disconnected. It was an event that could kind of almost have taken place in any computer game. Obviously, I mean, it involved the Thargoids and it involved places in Elite Dangerous and ships and all that kind of good stuff. But it wasn't based or founded on any other Elite lore. It was its own episode almost, if you like. So I don't like criticizing it in that regard, because actually I thought it was actually rather good. But it wasn't. It was sort of like it was almost like a lore expansion pack. It was. It's like it's an extra thing. Yeah, a law unto itself, very good, Commander Burn. I think you get maximum points for that. That's really good. So it didn't come in a self-destructing case. No, I don't know, but so yeah, so the would the NDA still apply if they're not using updating creative? Alas, yes, it would. It's non-revocable unless they specifically send me a letter saying, Drew, by the way, that law guide that we gave you 12 years ago, whenever it was, you're entirely free to publish it now. It's fine. And to be honest, having read through it over the years, there's loads of stuff that's happened in Elite Dangerous that's evolved that now entirely contradicts what that law Bible, if you like, says. So it's definitely not being used. But anyway, yeah, that aside, this bit I think is rather good. They're referring back to an event that's happened in the past, which is quite nice. They're not just because Salvation was a big thing, right? He nearly, well, he claimed he was going to wipe out the Thargoids, didn't he? And then obviously it kind of backfired slightly predictably. And then Salvation kind of went poof, didn't he? He disappeared. But so this is referring back, which I think is nice. It's keeping the mystery alive, which is what all good lore is about, and good storytelling. So many will say I'm crazy, so I got distracted by the 80s lyric there. But I believe salvation exists beyond his physical death in HRP 22416. So he's alive somewhere. He downloaded his consciousness or something, right? Maybe. And I owe it to those 197 souls and to every victim of his Proteus wave failure, i.e. all of us, to find salvation and shut him down forever. Okay, so she's given herself a bit of a mission, hasn't she? Aegis did not immediately comment when asked if it agrees with CO's claims. So, okay, I mean, they wouldn't, would they? Well, if I was reading this as a kind of, if I was on the writing team, this would be very much right, there's something to investigate. So, and there's something maybe coming, and maybe there's a little bit of, fluff to investigate, a bit of lore, a bit of story that might follow on from this if we keep our attention on it. So, I think this evening we should go and investigate HIP 26176 and HIP 22460, and just sort of see if they've left any clues, because I mean that's the sort of thing that this Galnet should be prompting us to do, right? So let's play them at their own lore and see if there's anything going on, with a due sense of caution, because there's probably nothing there. But you never know, right? You never know. Let's go poke around and see what's going on. He uploaded himself to a Cinex 81 RAM pack, all 16K of it. We can do some looking. I'd like to see more to do the Guardians over Salvation, but hopefully won't. Yeah, so all those bits and pieces. So the Guardians, the AIs that were lost in deep space, and all of those little elements that the relic on Mars, and all of those bits of elite lore that are still sitting there waiting to be tied up into a narrative. Just do it. Why can't you do it? Why please do it? I've been there before. I don't want to get your hopes up. I don't want to get my hopes up either. But this is intriguing. This is the sort of thing that should be at the beginning of a breadcrumb trail. Is it? I suspect not, but it's worth a look. Okay, so other FDev news. So FDev released a financial statement today for financial year 25. Okay, so how are they doing now? Are they? I haven't read it. So are they out of the woods in terms of their finances? Because this time last year they were looking a bit dodgy, but I presume they've got back on they got back on their horse. Is that fair? It's in the Discord. Okay, so I can go read. Normally, you're quite good at reading these things in high speed when to GP. So is there a synopsis? Is FDev still on the up, as it were? So we'll find out. But yeah, I'll have a read of that. So we've got Panther Clippers coming, which is nice. We've got Cobra Mark 5 coming. FDev Dead Redemption. And new ships and stuff, so that's great. So Elite has increased revenue by 76%. Wow. Okay, so profits well up. Nice. Okay, too long didn't read. ED profits over 70% up. Who'd have thought it, eh? Invest in your most famous IP and the money rolls in. Now that's a business strategy. Many of us were telling them for years, but hey, there we go. Okay, hang on. Okay, so hang on. WinterMute is doing a bit of clarification. Okay, so and Squadrons 2. Okay, so income is up, but not profit. So what's going wrong there? So if their income is up, why are they not making more profit? Because they streamlined the organisation by getting rid of a lot of people. So what's gone wrong there? So is it profits or is it just income? Because if it's income, that's great. But if it's not profits, we just don't know about profits. Right? Okay, fair enough. They're taking on too much. So they've been guilty of that before, haven't they? Oh, hello. Amber, you got the wrong way, doggers. I'm over here. Hello. I might have a space dog joining me. Amber. Nope. Go back downstairs again. Okay, took one look at me and went, oh, you played that space game. Okay. Going back downstairs to bed. They are in a much better position. Okay, well that's quite good. I think Jurassic World Evolution. Well, they make lots of money out of dinosaurs, don't they? So that's good. So fingers crossed. Okay, so right, let's get into the game then. I shall press the the extent they will be staging a share buyback. Well, that's quite good. Because normally that means they're a bit more confident about the direction they're going in. Right, let's get on with the playthrough then. Let's go investigate these two places. So I've got to remember where they are because they're not very memorable. But anyway, I'm going to have to go and get me my proper ship because I think I'm in the wrong ship as per usual. But right, let's get back in the game. If you want to join me, it's the Drew Wagar private group as per usual. Let's go and do some investigating and see if we can figure out anything, if anything's going on. Right, and the game magically appears. Yay, it does. Right, so okay. Well, it looks like I'm in orbit around a sun for some reason. Why did I leave myself out in space? More importantly, where the hell am I? I don't remember parking here. Right, where are my ships for a start? Elixir. Okay. I have a stored ship at this location. My fleet. Right, so I really want either my Crate Phantom or my Mandalay, the Du Maurier. The Du Maurier. What a good name for a ship. So it looks like I've got to get myself back to Shinatra Desra. Okay, so I'm taking the old. Which ship shall I take? Elixir is. How far away is HIP, wherever it was? What was it? I can't remember any of these numbers. Galnet. Where should we go first? Should we go to... Okay, so I've got HIP 26176. How far away is it? 26176. Oh, it's miles away. Right, okay, I'm definitely going to get my to Mario then. Right, to Shinatra Desra first then. Let's get that. So I don't think I'm hopefully not too far away. What ship am I in? 3 jumps in. I'm in the Cobra. Right, that's right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Get out of here. Look at my ship. My dog stares my soul through the back of my head to stop me playing this game. Yeah, I always set fire to my ship. It's just done. Okay, so it's around 120.
Taking heat damage.
It's a long way off. Oh, I busted my ship already.
Fuel scooping.
So I'm going to get my Mandalay.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So, Frank Miner, what's our plan tonight? We are going to investigate something out of Galnet. See if anything is actually happening. Or not.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The chances of there actually being a breadcrumb trail for us to follow are minuscule, but it's, you know, it's got to be tried, right? I really wish that they could do that, because to me it's a logical thing to put in the game, is come up with a nice little mission that maybe helps either refreshes people's mind as to the whole about the Salvation story, or just chain a few interesting little bits of text and stuff together which are kicked off by reading a Galnet article. I mean, how difficult can that be, right? I know it's not that difficult because I've seen it done. I know it's not that difficult, right? Okay, because it isn't.
Frameshift drive charging.
If they can make missions, they can make a storyline. Exactly, yeah. And they've now. I mean, it's way more sophisticated than it was even when I was doing the Salome stuff. You've got branching decision-making points in the mission structure now, so you just need somebody with a bit of imagination to do it. I have placed things to help them with that. Excellent. I need to set up my new rig. Current one had issues with Lee. I might have to figure out how to survive the destruction of the bright simple. Like, yay! Get yourself back in the game, my friend. Right. I need to go to room. There we go. Jameson oil.
Disengaged.
Pick up my other ship. Plus, then I'll have a SCO drive as well, which will be nice. I'm rather missed the SCO drive now. Yeah, so I must admit, yeah, quite right, Big Boot. Elite Dangerous for story missions is very good indeed. I do like what they do. They are they're very, very impressive. Need to be more well known. I mean, we'll have to. I should probably feature them on a stream at some point. I think that'd be really good to kind of give them a little bit more visibility, because they've done some really nice stuff. It's very slick as well. And for those of you who haven't seen the Elite Dangerous missions, you should really go and check them out, because they're like little story arcs that you kind of track in game. So yeah, look them up. Elite Dangerous. Two very I think it's two very talented chaps doing it. So definitely worth investigating if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I really like what they've done there. Right, let's get into Jameson and get to my ship. Let's go and do some investigating. Yeah, it definitely needs more exposure. It's one of those things that it's been really done well. You know, it's nice and slick. It looks good visually, and it's nicely written, and the stories are great. They're really quite clever. So yeah, they do add a lot to the whole Elite Dangerous experience. I really like what I like.
Delta Romeo Echo. It's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at the
See, we're
facility.
friends at Sir Archer, is right?
Permission authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 1-3. Reduce your speed immediately.
Yeah, we always come in hot. You know us. What are we worried about? Hey, perfect landing-ish.
Docking successful. Commence power down. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Yeah, so he's happy again now. It's a shame these sort of things can't be picked up by FTF and incorporated officially. It is, because then an awful lot more people would see them. It's always been that way though. There's never been a way for the community to easily help out and make it even better than it actually is, because there'd be so many clever ways of doing it. But you know, we've been saying that for 12 years. Might I suggest using a couple of neutrons to get out there? The first one, Jackson's like, "Ooh, neutron jump." Now that might be a good idea. It might be a really bad idea. Because you know how that normally goes with my flying expertise. Right, let's get the Du Maurier. There we are. That's, I think, probably got the biggest jump range, regardless. Right, where are we going again? I can't remember these numbers. 26176. Right. Can I remember that? My short-term memory is 26176. I'll be fine. Yes. 261. Maybe you haven't been watching some of my streams. Let's just plot it without that. How long is it going to take us to get out there? Oh, hello. What's happening? Oh, hang on a minute. What's going? The name has changed, like you said. What's going on here? That's not it. And a permit is required for this location. Okay, okay. It's in the Coal 70 sector. Exactly, an unscheduled. Okay, so this is interesting. So all this area is the Coal 70 sector. So it's been locked off. Has that? And that's not the right place, is it? If you look for DM. Okay, so you guys have already been investigating this. DM99. What is going on here? 99, 14, 3. Which is even further out. Right. Nearby is another HIP. Oh, so someone's been dickering about with the search tool. Where is it? I can't see. How far away is it? I don't recognise. What's this DM99? Yeah. Okay. I can't see a. Okay, so they imported these from real star catalogs, which makes sense. No, you did see it. Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Let me scan around again. Ethnication, good to see you. There behind. Okay, let me go back a little bit. So it's behind me. Ah, I can see actually I paid 2.6. Ooh, okay. Where is the? Of course, we don't know if this is the right one anyway, do we? I still can't see it. I can see 26215. We're trying to head to HRP 26. Okay, so DM9 to 7.3. Let's try that. $15.1. Okay. Okay, that's just there. Where is it? Why can't I see it? I'll switch back to regular map mode as well. Okay. Bottom. Yeah, to your 15. Oh, there. I got it. Yeah, got it. Got it. Okay. So that's interesting. 26 jumps. There we go. Okay, so we can find it. Let me bookmark this. This is a bit interesting, isn't it? Okay, so how do I bookmark this one? How do I add it to? It's this one, isn't it? Add to bookmarks. There we go. Otherwise, I might lose it again. There we go. Right. Okay. So Jackson's Lighthouse first. Yeah. Okay. So Burr's already investigated. Good on them. Well done. So that's interesting as well. Is that? Does Jackson's Lighthouse have a proper name? But we don't know if that's the real one. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Because if you type that in, you don't get the same. That's, oh, now you do. Interesting. Okay, so just search Jackson's, it should appear. No results found. Okay. Jackson's, oh, there we go. Okay, so hang on, whereabouts am I? I'm there, and we're heading in that direction. Okay. The Jackson's, okay, Jackson's Lighthouse first then. Let's use that as a neutron star boost. See how well that works. Right. Well, let's go investigating. Who knows what we're going to find, right? Probably nothing, but it's worth trying it out. This feels a bit like Master Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Disengage from landing pad. Moderate speed on
Landing
exit.
gear retracted.
We have moderate our speed on exit. We'll boost through that. Yeah, I moderated my speed. Moderated it right to the top. I'm such a bad boy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, apologies, Commander, says Commander Thomas of late arrival. Is there a link or something that will explain what DW, or Drew Wagar, presume that is up to? We are investigating what's going on in Galnet. It's told us that there's potentially some stuff happening in two of the HIP systems. The first part of that is actually trying to navigate to this system because it doesn't appear correctly on the search.
Fuel scooping.
In the galactic map, which is suspicious. And then the other one
Fuel
is
scooping complete.
it's basically saying that there might be,
Charging.
you know, something to read up about regarding the fate of salvation. So you never know, there might be something in the game for those of us inclined to head on out there. So we're going to go and have a look, see if anything's going on.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So remind me again how I've got to supercharge my ship. Am I supposed to do injection as well, or do I just? I've kind of got to, from what I remember of this, you've got to fly into the cone from kind of above funny sort of angle, haven't you? Not getting into the cone. Flying into the cone, but heading outwards, if that makes sense. Is that right? Where's the neutron star? So sort of along that axis there, yes? Always away from the core, right, so okay. Aim at neutron center, get close, then slowly pull up into the stream. Don't cross the streams, right? I don't know where the exclusion zone is, so let's go that way.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, that worked. Okay, I think I fell out of it. Yeah, I told you this system wasn't going to work. Try again, but slower. Okay, here we go. Don't change. Don't fly to the middle bit. We'll have to change the colour of the alert bulb. Okay, we're not going very fast here.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Here we go, it worked. Right, how do we get out of here? Yay! I think I did it. Right, here we go. Apart from the fact my joystick seems to have gone into a different mode as well. I can't move up and down the menu. I can't move up and down the menu. What's happened? Oh, I must have hit a number lock or something. A scroll lock. No? How's that working? It's gone into head look mode. I must have hit the wrong button. Yes, free look, but I don't know what the keybind is because I've probably changed it. Let me go and see if I can find it. Where's that? Is it general controls? No. Where is it? Chip controls? Why can't you search the no. Like miscellaneous? Does anybody know where it is? Oh, head look mode. That's it. Reset head look. Head look default state is off. What's the button that you press? Is it R? It should be under mode switches, right? I can't ever find it. Head look H. There it is. Why isn't there a search function? H. No. Must have pressed that accidentally. There we go. Right. Where am I going? So HIP 41817 is the next. Is that heading in the right direction? Okay, so this is the neutron highway in the right direction. Hope you know where we're going. Okay, I'll try that again. I'm trusting you guys that you're navigating me in the correct location. What's the jump range with that supercharge? Let's find out. Okay, so that's only doing... Hang on a minute. Why is it only doing 79 light years when it should be supercharged? Yeah, but that's my normal jump range. Why am I not getting double set target? I don't plot route. Okay. How do I? Oh, no, okay, 41817. There. Right, set target. So How do I set target? I haven't done this before. Oh, select supercharged box. Route setting, FSD boost. That one. Supercharged. Maximum supercharge, obviously. Boost level 3. Is that right? Recalculate route. It says route unavailable now. Oh, that's for synth. Okay, so don't do that. Fastest routes. I can't switch supercharge on. Directly above bookmark. Okay, that one. Right, okay. Right. And then fastest. I use jet cone boost. So not supercharged. What? Why would you call it supercharged and it's not it's not that option? This episode was badly written. Right. Okay. So am I set? So when it says it's supercharged, it's not.
Frameshift
Yeah,
drive charging.
193 light years. Wow. Okay. Cool. So supercharged is for when you use maps to increase your range, except when it says your thing's been supercharged. Like the neutron
Ready
stuff.
to engage. 4, 3,
Oh well.
2, 1, engage.
Thank you for the assistance there. I haven't done that for yonks. Need to have a word about the nomenclature, I think. It says. Right, okay, so is there a neutron star here?
Fuel scooping complete.
Does the ship have field maintenance? That's a very good question. It should do, yes it does. Okay, so is there a... Oh, not that one. Is there a neutron star here? Is that the neutron star? Okay. Yes, right, brilliant. Okay, so same thing again, right? I have nothing else. I'm demonstrating how tricky it is to get around. Oh, look, a bit of gravitational lensing going on there. Very nice, like that. Top tier exploration gameplay. So I kind of want to come in. Well, this one's rotating really slowly, isn't it? Here we go. You sure this is quicker than just jumping? Probably is it. I'm not sure if I'm saving that much time. I suppose if you're good at this, it's going to make sense. There we go. I'm going in again. Just coming out of it. Yes, lucky man with this sort of thing is very dangerous stuff to be doing in your spaceship, if you ask me. Wow. Once you've done it about 20 or 30 times, it is quicker, yeah, especially if you get used to it, aren't you? I like the sound effects though.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
See, it definitely says supercharged. Definitely says supercharged. I might be. Right, so now where am I going? Right, M. Pupis. Pupis. 3, 5, 3, 4, 7. Okay, so I don't route plot, I just set target. Presumably those options are staying there. Nice.
Do not comply.
Oh. No, I can't jump that far. That was too far for me, apparently. Don't go into the light! Have I done something wrong? I have to plot route. I thought I didn't have to plot route. Right, we're going to assign you for a something something. Oh, don't plot now, it's too late now. Yeah, see, look, inconsistent instructions from the chat.
4, 3, 2, 1,
I've totally lost the plot. I have indeed. Don't. Right, looks like it's only 2 jumps. So that's something anyway. Ooh,
Fuel scooping.
I pressed the wrong button. Scoop.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, look! It was right on the border, wasn't it?
Drive charging.
Chat inconsistent. Surely not. Oh, I forgot to rotate the dilithium crystals. Am I supposed to alter the polarity of the neutron flow at the same time? That usually helps, I find.
2, 1,
The inconsistent consistency. That's what we need. Commander Rob sabotage there. Ooh, that was pretty. Now this is a proper neutron star. That's what a neutron star should look like, spinning insanely rapidly. And this one is
fuel scooping complete.
very, very close range to the stars. It's well dangerous. We like. And this is a proper neutron star, right? So this one looks. I mean, nobody in their right mind would fly their spaceship in there, right? Fortunately, I'm not in my right mind, so all's good. Okay, let's. This one looks insanely dangerous because I'm very close to the main star as well. I'm still. The fuel scoop's still active. Simply invert the ionic phase and the downforce of the field margin. Of course. Yeah, this is how neutron stars should be because they normally spin really, really quickly because of all the conserved angular momentum. This will all end in tears. It's all your fault. You guys said it would be easy. It's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. That's what it's going to be. This is a bad idea. Because I say we're quite close to the star, aren't we? Oh, here we go. I don't like the look of this, guys. This feels like a bad thing we're about to do here. Very bad thing. A very, very bad thing indeed. Look how fast it's moving. If we die, it'll be your fault. Maximum power to shields.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Yeah, but that's all very well, but got no control of the ship. At all. Bad things are happening.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating
How do I
beyond safety limits.
How do I get out? Oh! I could go away with it. Ah! As I said, this course of action is inadvisable, Captain. What could possibly go wrong? Right, where am I going next? I feel like I'm rolling a Russian roulette every time here. Spaghettification, yeah. Well, come on. Where's my destiny? Where? I don't even know where I am in the universe. Oh, we've actually gone a decent way out. Right, Sinufay. Sinufay. NLF. I'm glad somebody's on the case. C1413. No, I've done spelled something wrong. Oh, spelled Sinufay wrong. Right, so set target. That's all I need to do, right? Frameshift cancelled. The jump exceeds drive fuel use limit of 5.2 units. Can't quite get there. Fun fact, you've now absorbed more radiation than a normal human lifetime in 0.02 seconds. Alright, so I do have to plot the routes then, when in this scenario. Because it seems to use the thing.
Frameshift drive charging.
It doesn't seem to be able to quite make the entire jump. But at least we're getting, 300 light years is pretty good going, isn't it? Where we go next? The bar. I need a drink.
4, 3, 2.
After this charge jump, just sort of not. Okay. Was that another neutron star at the end? Is that another one? Or is that a white dwarf? Oh no, it's another one. That was randomly chosen. Okay, but with me I could charge here as well, right? Is that a white dwarf? Oh, it isn't, is it? That's a neutron star. Yes, this one just looks like a laser beam of death to me, but what do I know? Let's give it a whirl. Here we go again.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
This is a good idea. Cannot be good.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
I can hear the whispers. Yeah, there's definitely some weird stuff. Fine, I'm just going to do a big jump. Where am I going again? Going over there. 18 jumps, he reckons, still. Oh, it's not a long way, isn't it? I'm going to do that. Well, it saves us a bit of time. Well done, guys. I think. $261 light years. We definitely saved a bit of time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So it's a bit bizarre that they call it supercharged. This thing's been supercharged on the thing, but it's Jetco boost as opposed to super. Oh, there's another one. What's going on here? Is it taking me via neutron stars or something? It's insanely bright.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
This doesn't look like a
Frameshift drive supercharged.
really. Get out of this thing. So we have a great deal of control of the ship. Here we go. It's back out again. I just lost my route plot.
Frameshift drive
Somebody do one.
charging.
Okay, it's chucking me across the light years reasonably fast. Amanda Thomasov says FDev market update today include Elite Dangerous revenue grew by 76% year on year through new content and player engagement. Well, that's good news, isn't it? 76% up. It's a big chunk of new players.
Fuel scooping.
What's nice about the fuel skipping now is it changes the SCO drive changes how this works, because you can now just zap, sit in the Corona until your thing's filled up, and then how many jumps we've still got to do? We've got 16 jumps. We've eventually to get there. Space, as it turns out, is big. Right? You may think it's a long way down the street to the chemist, but that's just peanuts to space.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Andy Pitkins here, good to see you. Metal 07 as well, good to see one there as well. Yeah, did I say hello? I'm sorry, Metal 07. You should have said hello. If I didn't say hello, hello. If I did say hello, hello again.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Boost. See, that Super Cruise overcharge thing is much more of a supercharge
Charging.
than the actual supercharging it. But hey,
Frameshift drive.
doesn't really make
charging.
sense to call it supercharging anyway, because supercharging is a very specific thing to do with internal combustion engines. But anyway, I suppose it's being a bit diluted now because you've got supercharging Teslas, haven't you? Which isn't supercharging at all, it's just charging at a higher voltage. But hey, I think we can let it slide, because I think by 33.0, whatever it is now we're in, the word supercharging might have evolved in its usage a bit. They probably aren't using internal combustion engines anymore. We need supercharged Super Cruise overcharge. It just makes as much sense as everything else. Oh, so is there a difference between supercharged overdrive and overdrive supercharge?
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Extra boost. Speaking as someone who does know a little bit about supercharging and turbocharging, yeah, it's all a bit silly.
3, 2,
I wish they'd come up with some slightly more spacey names to things. I suppose, you know, supercharged is all quite exciting and stuff, isn't it? But it feels a bit odd that applied to spaceships.
fuel scooping.
Engine polarization, FSD probability drive. See, that's another thing. I wish they'd separated. You know when it says frame shift drive
Fuel scooping complete.
charging, it does that for both
Drive
hyperdrive, i.e. chucking you across the distance between interstellar bodies, but it also does frame shift drive charging when you're using the frame shift to move around the system. So you're effectively low wake and high wake as become known. So it's kind of like, I wish it's separate, because those two systems are not the same thing. They're not the same thing. That's very confused in the law, actually, because the technology to the frame shift drive is the thing that is clearly shifting your frame of reference, hence the name, the frame shift drive, right? Now that works absolutely fine law-wise in terms of moving you around at super light speeds within the solar system. I think it's a nice way to talk about it. I think it works really, really well. I like the frame shift drive for moving around
Frameshift drive charging.
within a solar system. Okay, but a hyperdrive, or the witch space drive, as it kind of really should be called, if it's going to stick with elite law, is a totally separate thing, right? Totally different technology. The two are not related at all, really, in terms of what they do and how they work. So a hyperdrive is making effectively a wormhole through space between two different points and transversing you through it for a separate dimension of space, right? That's not what the frameshift drive does. The two technologies are totally utterly dissimilar, so they shouldn't have the same name. You should have activate frameshift drive for frameshift and activate which space drive for which space. I feel personally. And we shouldn't have called it Super Cruise because it's not. It's frameshift. That's what we're in. We are shifting frames. Because the frameshift drive would be useless for interstellar travel, right? I mean, it can get up to, what can it get up to? I mean, in the olden days, it was 2001 times the speed of light. Whereas with Super Cruise, I don't know, what's the boosted maximum FSD speed now? It must be way beyond 2000. So the thing we're travelling through when we hyperspace is the witch space tunnel. And they missed out on a whole bunch of old lore and mystery there about witch space itself, because in the olden days of Elite, travelling through witch space was a dodgy thing to do. Okay, it was fraught with peril. Witch space drive charging. That's what should happen. You see, when you're doing a hyperspace jump. And it shouldn't be called. It should never have been called hyperspace, right? It should never have been called hyperspace. This is not hyperspace in the Elite Dangerous Universe. It's called witch space because it different. I mean, the only reason they called it witch space, really, I suppose, is to differentiate it from hyperspace, which was used everywhere. I mean, hyperspace, we tend to associate it with Star Wars, but hyperspace predates Star Wars by a long, long time, right? So hyperspace is a bit of a generic thing.
System scan complete.
And you've got subspace in Star Trek, I suppose, and lots of other something space. But witch space, as far as I know, is unique to Elite. So why the hell didn't you use that? Yeah.
Frameshift drive
Yeah. Just stick with your own lore, for goodness sake. So, witch space was nice because it kind of the whole thing in the original Dark Wheel novella was that witch space was haunted. It was haunted. I mean, there's a lovely line from the Dark Wheel novella, which was witch space is haunted by the ghosts of ships that first went in there but never came back out again. I mean, that's cool, right? It's witch space. It's a weird way of travelling through. Through the cosmos, which is we can do, but we don't fully understand. That's the neat thing about witch space. It was supposed to have a bit of an air of kind of like, yeah, it works, but we don't really know how. And I wish they'd kept that. Hadn't used the word hyperspace and hadn't conflated frameshift drive with it as well. So, but anyway, never mind. It's another one of those things that's on my list to tell David Braben about and basically get him to get it set right.
4, 3, 2.
So, yeah. So I disagree with the established law, or it's what's written down as the established law here, because I don't think the frameshift drive is the same as the hyperspace drive. It doesn't make any sense that it would be the same technology. It should be two separate drive units,
Fuel scoping.
which of course it was in the original game.
System scan complete.
In the original Elite, it was called obviously it had witch space stroke hyperspace drive. Words were used interchangeably, but the in-space drive, you had your normal engines, but you also had what on the Spectrum version was called the Taurus drive, and on the BBC version, I think I'm right in saying, was called the Skip drive, which is a silly name, so I much prefer Taurus drive. But anyway, L space, yes. Write a blog about it and they'll probably canonise it. Maybe that's the way to do it. crew will rewrite the law, and if Dev will plagiarize it. That's definitely the way to do it. Are we there yet? Jesus. It's a long way out here, isn't it? 6 more jumps to go, my friends, and then we can investigate what is probably nothing at all. It will almost certainly be a totally and utterly pointless trip out into the darkness of space, chasing the proverbial wild goose. I fought the law, and the law won indeed. We'll find nothing. We're a long way away from a bar as well, so this is double disappointment. Hey, but we're having a good time. Yeah, kind of. The second half of the stream will be coming back. Well, we've got normal HIP, whatever the other one was, to investigate as well, haven't we? Which is where the Salvation presumably triggered the. I think I'm right saying that's where he triggered the Thargoid beam thing that didn't work. Tourists drive then. The tourists drive.
4, 3, 2.
Now with the mute, it says hyperspace closely is a weak space, the high dimensional region through which ships can travel between star systems at superluminal speeds. Only ships fitted with a hyperdrive are able to initiate hyperspace jumps on their own, and in the 34th century the most prevalent hyperspace design in use among human civilization is the frameshift drive. See? It doesn't make any sense.
Fuel scooping.
A tourist drive, which is the frameshift drive. The least powerful version of that, of course, is the acquaintance drive.
Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Or met him down the pub a couple of times drive. I don't really know him very well. Facebook friend drive.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I guess so. I feel this conversation would be even better with some whiskey or some beer. But it's good enough. Anyway. So, yeah. So shock horror. The law of Elite Dangerous is slightly inconsistent.
Fuel scooping.
I've been traveling through the cosmos forever.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
The waffle drive, that's what we need. We need the waffle drive. Mr. Short Jump is a micro drive. Bad news drive. Nothing travels faster than light except bad news. Yeah, that's good.
3, 2, 1.
Of course, you just go straight for the infinite improbability drive. That will get rid of all that tedious mucking about in hyperspace, right? Drew Wagar presents Lost in Space. He does. The Bistromatics. Yeah, well, that's the next one long, isn't it? It stops all that tedious mucking about with probability factors. Now there's a name that I won't be able to remember. 2 mass JO 5 333 531 plus 1008261.
Fuel scooping
Such a jerky middle name.
Frameshift drive charging.
Andy P73 has arrived. Yay! Well done. Why are we here? That's a good question. Is that the Orion Nebula in the background there?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Why? Because it's there. Exactly right. That's the spirit of exploration, isn't it? We're out here because Galnet said there might be something worth looking at. The chances of there actually being something worth looking at, of course, are 1,000,000 to 1. But still we come. There it is. Look, there it is in the distance. Right. Okay. Well, the question is there going to be anything here? And if so, what are we looking for?
Frameshift drive charging.
It's a 1,000,000 to 1 chance.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, Wagar, the astronomer, assured us we'd be in no danger. Okay, so you landed near Oakham Point. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so a nice big white star like that.
Fuel scooping.
Let's just top the tanks up. There are 64
Fuel
planets.
scooping complete.
Okay, right. So Oakham Point. Well, that looks like a cool place. How would we find Oakham Point on here? Well, what game is this, says Steve Gunt? This is Elite Dangerous, or yeah, Elite. I suppose Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Now it is. The question is, why did Galnet send us to this point in the galaxy? Probably just to give us something to occupy ourselves. Where is Oakham Point? Do I want directions? Yes, I do. Please give me directions. Someone's brought a fleet carrier along. The Seraph. Interesting name. Hang on a minute. Let's just go and go back to the... Yeah, Project Seraph. Okay, so somebody's put a fleet carrier here named after the events, which is quite good. Okay. Interesting. Right, so A51 or A5I. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. This one here. Yes, I am, right. Engage frameshift superdrive overcruise boost stuff. And by to dethrottle. Might have overcooked that. Am I in the right place? Yeah, double loop of shame. Bigger of 8 shame. I do it with style, you see. Right, A5A, is that correct? Is that Red Dwarf? Oh, A5. Oh, A5I. Sorry, I assume that was A51. Which one's I? A, B, C, D, H, I. That one. Oh, the one where the Seraph is. Interesting. Oh, not a leap of shame. When you're done one, you might as well do some more, right? Okay, so there's two. It's quite atmospheric. Look, spooky moon. Another nebula. Two spooky moons, in fact. Is that a moon orbiting a moon? Okay, so I've got low wake from Welsh Dragon there. There we are, I've got the top tube signal. Okay. Let's head down and check it out. See if anything is going on down there. So that's no moon. A featureless moon, isn't it? Actually, it is a moon. It's a loop of quickness. Isn't Duamta the place to pick up the trail? That's a good point. So what does it say again? She has chosen to leave the Aegis facility in Duempta. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it is. That's not a bad call actually. Anyway, we're here now. The time for that discussion was at the beginning of this stream. She has left, so she's not there. No, that's very true. So where did she go? It makes sense that she would come here, doesn't it?
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, either here or the Proteus wave site. Yeah, so there's two locations. It's here or the Proteus wave. Yeah. Is there anything happening? I suppose is the question. Is there a base here? Hang on, top shots on the opposite side of this planet. Get that. Doesn't tell me he's behind the planet. Yeah, it could be another INRA site. That's just whether they updated any text at all to indicate that something new has happened. That's the question, isn't it? Oh, look, the moon. There we go. Okay, signals from both of them now. That's better. That moon looks like a pizza in space. Yeah, about 1500 light years out from Sol. Towards Colonia, no, the opposite direction. I think we're out towards the Orion Nebula. I think. I haven't really checked the galaxy map. Oh. Prudent pause as the game loads. See the abandoned base. Yeah, well, top shot on the big buoy here. Looks like Cyber Army will be sure. So here is Oakham Point. So if nothing else, we can check the logs here and see if anything has changed. So there's some crash ships about. Who is that? Says Command Top Shot.
Landing gear deployed.
Launch bay malfunction. It's just got the switches turned off. Alright, Scarab 1 or Scarab 2? Let's take Scarab 2 today.
Low gravity warning.
supplement comms uplink. Here we go. How do I get the keybinds to work? Discovered logs. Looking point log 5 of 5. Right, good. Get the others then. One there. Pick up some materials over here.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Nothing else. It stops cluttering the scanner. Right, where are the other logs? Yeah, they've lost a bit of the atmosphere of these places, haven't they? Try and get all the logs before we read them. Where's the next one? It's just another piece of scrap. So pick it up since it's here. Material up there, but that's no good. Never got. I've got 2, 4, and 5 so far. So where are the other ones? Some material, that's not good. Already got that one. You got that one. Maybe I haven't. Right. Looks like I've got. Right, I've got all of them. Okay, so here we go then. Has anything happened? Let's listen.
Project Seraph Log 1. Professor Thomas Dawn reporting. After years of preparation, we are ready to enter the trial phase of our work. The subject quota outlined in Requisition Order 2125 has been fulfilled. Surgical enhancements are scheduled on candidates deemed most likely to survive the Thargoid systemic interface.
Nice.
There is a sense of excitement here at the facility. My team recognize that we are on the threshold of something truly remarkable. While our competitors chase rumors and run lab tests on curious probes, We are working towards the first human-piloted Sargoid vessel. Of course, our research here will be the first of many such projects. This hostile race has plagued human space for hundreds of years. These creatures, so foreign, so fundamentally alien in every aspect, have sought to dominate us. The technology used in these attempts has been devastating. Our work will establish the first example of humanity harnessing Thargoid machines for its needs. Over time, we will continue to assimilate the aliens' technology until we have stripped everything we want. Then we shall lead the mission to wipe them out forever.
Go
The
humanity!
Mycoid virus merely bought us
I think.
time. Our true victory will be absolute.
Are we the bad guys? Okay, so that's the same old log. But that is cool.
Project Serif Log 6, Professor
good to be back.
Thomas Dawn reporting. Today, my team completed the first live tests of human integration with a Thargoid ship. Subject A1 entered the Thargoid vessel at 0800 and initiated the interface procedure with assistance from the witnessing Dr. Pierce and Dr. Hanley.
Subject A1.
A1's vital signs were stable for 43 seconds, at which point there was a major electrical surge through the central nervous system. Both witnesses observed the subject suffer a violent seizure which ultimately proved fatal.
Oh, what a shame.
The Thargoid vessel appeared unaffected.
The concern you have for your
The
subjects.
next 5 tests were similar in outcome. While unfortunate, our analysts were able to identify where this surge originates. Subject A7 showed more promise, again witnessed by Pierce and Hanlon.
So subjects
Adjustments were
A2 to
made
A6
A7's
didn't even get a
spinal
mention.
cord to suppress the energy surge. 45 seconds after initiation, an electrical spike occurred, which remained within safety limits. A7 reported some discomfort, but was able to proceed with vessel initiation. At this point, the Thargoid vessel emitted a low whine, I suppose. Signs of activity briefly flickered on the hull's external frame. Both witnesses reported A7 crying out once before expiring, whereupon the vessel returned to a dormant state. Dr. Pierce is adamant the subject said, "It won't let me," but Dr. Hamlin could not confirm this. We're still waiting for telemetry on A7's test to determine exactly what killed the subject. Adjustments will be made to the next test subject in response to these findings.
Jolly nice folks.
Project Serif Log 9, Professor Thomas Dawn reporting. The 4th day of testing has concluded. The further revisions to our surgical couplings are finally beginning to show promise. My team isolated a systemic membrane in the Thargoid design, which acts as a defense mechanism akin to a software firewall. While we were able to theorize a way to counteract this mechanism, there was one variable which could not be defined without a live test. Subject D1's primary neural implant was calibrated accordingly. I regret that D1's test ended poorly, but we received the information we needed.
Callous.
Subject
Gave me their
D2
test subjects as well, aren't they?
used
Down onto the D's already.
couplings. Her introduction to the Thargoid vessel proceeded smoothly, and as with A7, the hull's external frame responded visually. Dr. Pierce and Dr. Hamlin witnessing both reported D2 as responsive. 76 seconds into the test, the craft powered down once more. D2 departed the craft with help but standing, the sight of which inspired applause from the team on the ground. D2 is now in the infirmary, exhausted but physically unharmed. Her brief statement implied a connection with the vessel which proved emotionally difficult to process. Our research technicians are preparing limbic augments for future subjects.
Nice.
The rest of today's scheduled tests will go ahead as planned while these augments are prepared. It is important to acquire additional data for our surgeons, improving the efficiency.
You're
of
quite right,
future
Dr. Christo,
subject
indeed. Yeah.
enhancement.
These guys are super callous, aren't they? Right, presumably it all ends badly. I don't remember that. I definitely read this. This is familiar, but I can't remember exactly what happened.
Project Seraph, Log 14, Professor Thomas Dawn reporting. There has been considerable progress in our work.
Excellent.
After an initially unremarkable series of tests, Subject H8 successfully interfaced with the Thargoid vessel. 93 seconds into the test, the craft moved approximately 18 feet from its docking props.
18 feet? Why are you still using Imperial, man?
Place. The flight was stable and accompanied by a gentle hum. I would describe the sound as subdued, as though the vessel had been brought to heel at last. The landing, 28 seconds later, was abrupt, but only superficial damage was sustained. H8 is unconscious but stable, under the care of the medical team. Dr. Hanlin and Dr. Tao, witnessing, were shaken but unharmed. Subject H9's test has been postponed while the Thargoid ship is returned to its dock. The whereabouts of D2 remains unconfirmed. She may be a
Oh, she tried to escape.
The only ship to have departed recently belongs to one Commander Heifert, following a delivery of potential subjects. Captain Stenson believes the commander is complicit, but I am not convinced. Heifert lacks the character to betray us and is quite aware of the consequences for doing so. Regardless, Black Flight operatives are already tracking him down. On a personal note, I would like to emphasize the incredible work by my team so far. Each day brings us closer
Like it's cash, of
to the
course, yes.
assimilation of our enemy's primary asset, their technological secrets.
Okay, so he's losing grip on reality. Always good to see.
Project Seraph, Log 27.
But subject V now.
Professor Thomas Dawn reporting. Subjects V1 through V9 attempted to interface with the Thargoid vessel today. No measurable response was seen for any of these tests. I have decided to temporarily suspend the test phase of the project. Since Subject H8's connection and subsequent death 2 days later, the Thargoid vessel has entered a state of dormancy.
Oh,
It is as though all internal power sources are spent. We may as well be plugging our subject into a rock.
oh dear.
A new Thargoid craft is required if our work here is to continue. I have identified a suitable system to begin our search. Black Flight operatives will depart shortly, in advance of our research party. The recent report of a commander encountering a Thargoid vessel in the Pleiades is intriguing. I only hope this was not a singular event, or some misunderstood data. Thargoid vessels scouting human space would significantly improve our chances of capturing one of their ships. Our time frame is likely to be slashed, of course. I fear our limited success is worth a few more years at best. The Witch will not be pleased with the lack of tangible results,
The Witch.
despite our initial progress. Still, one must remain optimistic. Our understanding of Thargoid interface mechanisms has improved considerably. Plenty of enhanced test subjects remain in our care. Dr. Tao is writing a paper discussing their surgical procedures, which should greatly benefit Azimuth's medtech department. All Project Seraph needs is a little luck. I am not so proud as to withhold a prayer asking for that luck. Perhaps the gods will smile upon us.
Mm. Well, I was going to say, where are you going to publish something like that? Nothing obviously new though. I don't think those logs are any different to how they were before. When were they dated as well? Doesn't say, does it? Doesn't tell you when they were written. I assume the crash ships are calm. Yeah, I don't. No, we can go and check them out, but I don't think they're any different. I was hoping we might get an extra log, because that's how I'd done it. I'd have added an extra log at the end to say that this is so and so. I've done this. You can find me over here. There's a crashed ship just beyond my back of my ship, isn't there? All these Mandalays. Can't see anything new, no. Something running around there. I'll run after running over. Maybe something. Oh, yeah, exactly. That sort of thing. That's what you need. So it just looks like it's the same ship that was there before. Well, it's not to say there isn't something here. There's nothing obvious. Well, at least it was worth a look. There's also a beacon in the system, but I'm not sure if it gives something. Well, we could check it out while we're... Top Shot's bringing us fleet carrier, so thank you very much for that, Top Shot. That would be useful to have way back. Good plan. Maybe we can check out the other one next week. It's around A5J. Okay. Let's go and check that out while we're waiting. Basically, here they were taking criminals and terrorists and stuff and using them as test subjects to interface with Thargoid stuff. Lots of people died here as a result.
Landing gear retracted.
There's a beacon on the right. Two log seconds away.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3.
The witch, Hila Witchley,
Engage.
otherwise known as. Indeed. Oops. Way too fast. And way too fast again. But hey. So we're going to double the shame. Well, it was an arc of overconfidence. That's what that was. Wouldn't it be fun to have a Thargoid ship though? Because you could get all sorts of amusing fun, wouldn't you? Get geeky with players. Such evil thoughts. Shame on you all. Shame on you all. But we need a spectrum analyzer. Depends. What does the beacon tell us? It might need a spectrum analyzer. First time chat from June00. Good to see you. Hello. And lol to you. Well, Commander. Right, let's check out this beacon. The roundabout of recon. I like it. It's a listening post. What does it do? Does it do anything? Or is it just dormant? Some of the beacons only send the signals on the final hour or every 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. So how close are we to the hour? We're 7 minutes away. Do you reckon it might? See if I can scan it. Or half past the hour. It might be worth just waiting till 10. We're going to wait anyway because data don't scan it. What time is it in game? It's 10:54. Okay. Maybe someone you work from boot, you've got to clunk them on the nose and that activates them. Some of them do. It's popped up there, has it? Nope. What if I blast it with some lasers? Does that help? Actually, thinking about it, I think I've got any lasers on this ship. No. I can't even shoot it. This is an exploration only vessel. Can't find a canon article on quick search, so ramming speed. Yeah, I suppose I should put some sort of offensive weapon on this. I think in my very, very lightweight exploration ship, ramming things is probably not a good idea. Oh, there we go. Someone's blasting it anyway. Who's blasting it? On the top shot is giving it some heat. Friendly lasers. Doesn't seem to do anything, so why is the beacon here? Why is it here if it doesn't do anything? Maybe it will do something on the hour. It's worth a wait, isn't it? Eridans and Dragons, it seems unreasonable to expect the listening post to be very checked. Well, I suppose I suppose that's fair enough. He is just listening. Some of these do something. I think that's, you think it's the beacon that leads to Hyper's cache. Okay, so. But that breadcrumb trail already goes, isn't it? It's no different than before. Which leads to Colonia. That's a long way to go, isn't it? Just curious to see if anything happens on the hour. Couple of minutes to go. Yeah, I'm having fun with my circle strafe. I suppose I could do it in a polar orbit as well, just to really show off. There we go, let's do the polar version. Doesn't get me far away from it. Right, if it's going to do anything, it's going to do it in about 30 seconds. Everybody's here though, waiting for something to happen. There we go. Let's put the moon in the background. Yeah, that's what it goes up. Right, will it do anything? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anticlimax. Okay. Topshot says you got some encryption codes, but I think it's from Oakham Point. And suddenly, nothing happened. After a while, nothing could do. It's like that Hobbit game. Wait, you wait, time passes. The most exciting moment in Elite Dangerous ever has just happened. It just says encryption codes. Why didn't I get that? Scarcely able to believe his eyes, Ralph Mellish looked down, but one glance confirmed his suspicions. Behind a bush on the side of the road, there was no severed arm, no dismembered trunk of a man. In his late 50s, no head in the bag, nothing, not a sausage. Okay, according to... I think Big Boo's giving us a... Oh. Note, since November 3308, the message from this listening post has been missing. Oh, so the listening post has crashed. Oh, dear. Okay, so you're supposed to... Yeah, so it's supposed to lead us off to... Yeah, it's supposed to lead us off to Clonia. It's just busted. So that... This is again a bit of a shame. I mean... Why would you switch off the link? Because... You know, if somebody's stumbling across this in the you know, having not played those original stories, you can't follow the breadcrumbs anymore because the beacon's not working. So it's like, ugh. Anyway, okay, well, it's a dead beacon. It's passed on. It's been so. Alas, my friends, we've been unable to identify anything new in the system, despite Galnet saying maybe there might have been something. As close as I can get. Am I landing this thing? Obviously not, but not going to stop me from trying.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, I've landed. Kind of. What does that look like externally? Just out of interest. Oh yeah, there we go, look. That's not a bad landing. I've docked. Sort of. we go. Kind of docked. So yeah, which is a bit of a shame in some ways, but
Landing gear
never mind.
retracted.
Blocking solar panels will help. No. So there we go. Right. Well, I suppose. Okay. So Cold 69 Sector Jail. Where is that? Is that in? Is that on the way to Colonia? It's an X listing posted. Has seemed to be it exactly. That's exactly what's happened. So it doesn't appear there's anything. Oh, it should be close by. Okay. Yeah, but those aren't the sectors referenced by Galnet. So I think it might be worth checking out the Proteus Wave site next week and see if we can find anything over there. But in the meantime, I think we need to head to. Where's your fleet carrier is supposed to be in DM99. Oh, excuse me. DM99 48.2. Has it arrived yet? It's always fun to go and watch them arrive. Actually, let's go and do that. DM99 48.2. Everyone head over there because at least Top Shop will have a bar. Are your do-do-dos too much, Sausage Project? Of course they're not. Of course they're not. We're just joshing with you. Oh. Missing permit? Apparently I can't get there. It's a bit weird. Why can't we get there? I can't get anywhere. It won't let me jump anywhere. Is that because I've got... Let's turn that off again. Does that help? it's I can't plot out here. No, can't seem to plot a route. We're all marooned. It was a subtle plan to get a whole bunch of commanders into a system and then say, "Tough guys, that's it. That's the end of your Elite Dangerous experience. You just target it and just hope for the best." This is what Dead Reckoning drive. Okay, just point it in the general direction and hit the hyperspace throttle up. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Fingers
charging.
crossed. There's some kind of anomaly nearby. I'm just gonna jump anyway.
4, 3, 2,
That seems to have worked.
engage.
Yeah, we've all got a virus from the beacon to kill our hyperspace systems. Top Shot got disconnected. The virus has jumped out of the game space and into his real computer.
Fuel scooping.
That's like meta gaming.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so is your fleet carrier here? Is the next question. There is a fleet carrier here. The Golga Frinch Mark. That sounds like the right place. Is that the right one? It is here. There we go. All aboard the Golga Frincham then. Can't think of a better place to end up actually. All we need is some telephone sanitizers. There was some reason why everybody on the B arc was sent out first. Can anyone ever remember what it was? The bathtub is ready. Has it got a little rubber duck? Hairdressers and telephone sanitizers, that was right. Space goat. Wasn't it a giant mutant star goat? slightly passive aggressive, but that's okay, my dear. I'm a hard point now then. Okay. That's weird. Not that my hard points should have any guns on them anyway, but top shots warn them about you. I suppose that's fair enough.
Lighting gear deployed.
Attention, Commander. Hand loitering is forbidden.
On the wrong hat. Sorry. Not paying attention.
Landing successful. Cleared to disembark. Our services are available for use, Commander.
You've met Drew before. Oh, harsh. Rules and consequences. She's just having a bad day. Yeah, she probably is. Dealing with all those commanders. Right, well, everybody to Top Shots Bar. Thank you for bringing your fleet carrier along. That's most appreciated.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
So, as we suspected, we have found absolutely nothing at all. But at least we went on a bit of a quest. So not every quest can be successful, right? Is a Golga Friendship arc work more or less than FDev arcs? Nobody knows. An arcs is about 5 ningies. It's not a gigantic pew. Wasn't the exchange rate 5 ningies to 1 pew? But since a ningi was a triangular rubber coin 300 yards on the side or something, nobody's ever earned enough to earn 1 pew. Something like that. I can't remember the exact quote now. Ah dear. And the Galactic banks refused to deal with piddling small change. Their treasure was their friends you made along the way.
At this stage, that's all I want.
Don't you hate those sort of cliches? Well, I'm in the bar. Is anybody else here? I'm on my own in the bar. I've been ghosted. What are these guys talking about? Anything? You guys, have you heard anything about this woman in Galnet? Doesn't very impressed, does she? No, you are in the bar. Oh, that's a bit weird. Has the instancing let me down? Oh, there's Cyber Army. We learned a lot about supercharging. We also learned we learned a lot about not to fly into neutron stars. Looks like it's just me and Cyberdonny for a beer, which is a bit of a shame. Am I the first? I'm never the first to get to the bar.
I've lost too many wings.
That means I've got to get the drinks in.
For granted these days. We've all had a few close calls.
Oh, somebody's outside. Who's that? Ah, here we go. Dominant Hornet's arrived. He's just waving at the window. Hey. We also learned an important first man in, last man out. Yeah. Well, I got to whinge about the law for a bit, didn't I? And hyperspace drives general. That was very cathartic for me. I don't know about the rest of you, but it was good for me. I like whinging about inconsistencies in the law, as you know. Is anybody else joining us, or are we all in the wrong instance?
Looking for something, Commander?
At least I haven't run into a thorn.
Well, have you got anything other than glue?
Really looked out.
Probably not. Anyway, join us at the bar, Cyber Army. There's a tent. At least there's something on the thing. Anyway, looks like try the chemical basis. It's super tangy. Ah dear. Right. Well, I think we've conclusively proved, as per usual, that Galnet is not really connected to the rest of the game experience. No, there's Top Shot. Yay! Good to see you. Well, I don't think I can salute when I'm sitting down for reasons that aren't immediately clear, but let's try that again. There we go. Right, Top Shot. There we go. At least we're all here. Yeah, by the first round, where not everybody's turned up yet. Get the It's just you. Yeah, you missed the first round.
What can I get for you?
We'd like a scotch. That's what we'd like after all that. Oh, here comes Commander Felix Lestra. The people are turning up. The party's just getting going. Yay! There we go. The barrel of scotch. Yay! What's the clapping? Yeah, there we go. Well done, everybody. So yeah, not really. Yeah. right, my friends. Well, it's time for us to go. But find me a streamer who is desperate for streaming followers. We need to find our way onto Twitch and basically go and ambush some poor unsuspecting elite streamer. And that's it. So has anybody got any suggestions? Raid Father Bill for the hell of it. Who's Father Bill? Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, we can do that. Are you too late? Right at the end of the stream, I'm afraid, Karen Joe. Let me do a raid on. Hang on, I've got the /raid, isn't it? There we go. Let's do that. Father Bill. Why not? Off you go. Right, I'm sending you across, my friends. Be good. Have a fun time, and I will see you next week. Brown Commanders will continue investigating whether or not Galnet actually, whether or not Galnet has anything to do with the actual game or not. You never know. Maybe one day we'll find out. See you soon. Be good, and right on, Commanders. See you next week.